Hello, welcome to Chewonki. My name is Emily, and today we are going to be having an adventure in the Wallace Center, which is our kitchen. And we're going to be making some delicious snacks with my good friend, Chad. Hi, Chad.
Hello, I'm Chad, and I'm part of the kitchen crew here at Chewonki, and I'm really excited to cook some kale chips for you.
Awesome. Should we get started?
Let's go.
Kale is one of the many vegetables that's grown right here on Chewonki's Salt Marsh Farm. It can be planted early in the season and harvested all summer long into the fall. We are using the green curly variety from our farm, but you might see other varieties of kale in the grocery store, such as the Red Russian. So Chad, tell me something I might not know about kale.
Well, kale is very high in vitamin C, also very high in calcium and vitamin K, calcium being good for your bones.
When did people first start to cultivate kale?
Well, in the Eastern Mediterranean, they started to cultivate kale over 4,000 years ago.
Wow. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, Chad, so let's get started. What's the first step to making kale chips?
The first step is you want to find a nice tender piece of kale, which is usually a smaller piece of kale, and you want to take the stem out of it because the stem can be very fibrous. So it's really easy. You just take your two fingers and pull, and you're good to go. After taking the stem out, we want to pull the leaves into nice bite-sized pieces, something like that.
Great, awesome. Do we need a bowl to put them in?
So we do need a bowl for these after they're torn into small, nice bite-sized pieces. And I'm gonna grab 3 of them just because we're gonna make 3 different types of sauces.
Awesome. It's really fun to be able to tear things up with your hands. How much should we make, Chad?
Per bowl, we'll do about 5 cups. This is a good time to get mom or dad or your brother and sister involved because there's a lot of work to do here.
Chad, how do we know if we've got 5 cups?
Well, good question. 5 cups for me is about 3 or 4 good handfuls, but maybe some kids, 6 or 7. You know, it's really just a guesstimate. You don't have to be exact. The flavors are all meld just well.
Awesome. So we can kind of do it by eye.
Right. It's not rocket science, but it's going to be delicious. So we're going to start with our first kale chip flavor, which is going to be sea salt. I'm going to get these out of the way. So Emily, if you would you add the vegetable oil to the kale? Thank you. You don't want to put too much on there because it'll get soggy.
Okay.
And now if you massage that for a few minutes with your hands.
I get to massage the kale with my hand.
You want to make sure that all the kale is coated evenly.
Oh my gosh, the kale is like turning a brighter green.
Nice work. I think it's probably ready for salt now.
Awesome.
I'll get a pan for you.
Great. What's our next flavor of kale chips, Chad?
Next, we're going to do garlic parmesan. The ingredients I have: salt here, parmesan, and garlic powder.
Yum.
And so unlike some toppings, we're going to roast these kale chips off plain, like they are. And then right before we're finished, we're going to throw this parmesan garlicky dust on them, and they're going to be delicious.
Whoa. What's our last flavor, Chad?
Our last flavor is going to be a Thai style kale chip.
Thai style?
I know, it seemed a little strange, but this is actually my favorite way to do them. So you're going to, again, take your oil.
Okay, oil first.
Tablespoon of oil, yep. We're going to use some ground tahini, which is sesame seed ground up.
Okay.
For a peanutty flavor.
And that goes in next?
Yep, please.
Okay, and I'm going to massage with this.
You're going to massage all of it.
Oh, this is so fun.
We have a teaspoon of soy sauce. A tablespoon of ginger.
Ooh, and is this ground ginger?
It is ground ginger, nice word.
And it's wet, so it's not like a powdered ground ginger.
You could use a powder though.
Wow.
And then a teaspoon of honey to sweeten it up a little bit.
Oh.
So now that our oven is preheated to 250 degrees, I'm gonna pop in the kale chips for about 8 minutes. And Emily's gonna make some lemonade while we wait for it. It's gonna be delicious.
We're gonna make this lemonade while we're cooking our kale chips, and that means that we'll have a delicious, refreshing drink when we get to eat our snack.
We use 1/4 cup maple syrup, 1/4 cup lemon juice, and 6 cups of water. Pour on ice for a delicious, refreshing drink. So after about 5 minutes in the oven, I like to take a peek just to see what's going on. If they're starting to get really dark on top or look dried out, that's when it's time to flip them. Those are looking pretty good, so I'm gonna give it about another 3 minutes and check them. So it's been about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna pull them out, and Emily and I are gonna flip the chips. They aren't gonna take very long at all once we pop them back in the oven. now that our chips are done, I'm gonna pull them out of the oven. And I'm gonna give Emily her kale chips to toss in the garlic and Parmesan. Be careful, that's super hot. You'll put the garlic and Parmesan on there and hopefully it'll coat and be all delicious.
Wow, they sound crunchy. So I just toss this in and then
Good. Give it a little stir.
Great. I think I'm ready to try some of these with the lemonade.
Me too.
Awesome. Which one should we start with?
Let's start with the sea salt and olive oil.
Delicious.
Very light and delicious. Very
And
good.
salty, kind of like a potato chip.
Yum.
All right, which one should we do next?
How about the garlic Parmesan? Thank you.
You're welcome. Wow.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really lightly garlicky and the cheese is really delicious.
Very good.
All right, last but not least, your favorite.
The Thai chips. There's a little spice there.
And a little sweet from the honey.
Yeah, nice.
Really delicious. Which one's your favorite today?
Today I think the garlic Parmesan is my favorite. It's delicious.
Yeah, I think that the Thai is also right up there with me too. I think they're all good. Thank you so much, Chad. These were really fun to make.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on this kale making adventure today. We had so much fun making these variations, and we want to hear all about what you do at home. Which flavors do you choose to make, or do you come up with some variations of your own? We want to hear all about it, so please share it with us. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.